Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Lionel, and I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Bold and Bougie. This is the season finale. This is season 1, episode 8, basically 8 and 9. They say it's 2 hours power packed, but basically we're doing 8 and 9. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video. Also subscribe to my channel. Stay connected with me because there's a lot coming forth on LTV Productions channel. Let's get into it. All right, so we begin where we left off on last week's episode. It was with Tamika. Tamika was talking with a friend, and we thought, or at least was under the impression, that her friend basically said, I am gay. I am with a woman right now. And we were thinking, oh my God, is Tamika just so dense? At least that's how I was thinking about it. Well, Tamika went on and said, well, you mostly talk about men, so I don't really know about the women in your life that you do. So obviously the woman is bisexual. Whatever reason, I don't know. That's where Tamika's at. Nope, the friend didn't take offense to it. From now until the end of the episode, I'm still not getting that Tamika is really homophobic. Now, Tamika did ask, or at least make a statement about, or she did ask, do I say anything that's, I think, disrespectful or anything like that? Her friend says, for me, you didn't, but you can't just single me out just to say that, oh, nobody else is offended by what you say. You have a point with that, but that at the same point, if you think that there's something that could be out of line, friend, that could be a part of your responsibility to tell her. Besides her having to go educate herself, of course, educating herself. But if you're leaving her out alone and allowing her to do things with you, she's going to do that with other people. Just my 2 cents. All right, so Princess is planning her fashion show, or not planning. Her fashion show is about to take place. Kind of just nervous because she knows that her line is going to be a part of this fashion show that she's a part of, and of course she doesn't know what the audience reception is going to be. Her sister is there, and also her best friend, whom she calls a sister, is also there. And so what is happening in the meantime is her father is basically, his life is he's about to go to glory. He's in hospice, and at this point, he's mute. He can't talk. I guess everybody is kind of on alert. It's just kind of, they want to be there for him, of course, and they're just kind of want to make his last days as peaceful as possible. So she's worried about that, of course. Now the fashion show goes forth. I think that there was some things that the ladies were making remarks of. Crystal is the only one not there. But when Princess's line came out, there was a different vibe. And Tamika said, I hope she makes it in my size because there's some things that I actually want. Malaysia said that there were some things that were cute. I don't know if Gaucher said anything. Can't remember. Anyways, it looks like everything went pretty good. Of course, her collection or some pieces, I don't know if they're going to be in the Dillard's store, but at least it was with the fashions show that Princess did launch or actually take a part of. All right, so we move on to Gaucher. I kind of got a love and hate, or love and low tolerance of Gaucher because I just am not understanding everything that comes out of her. But in this moment, I just understand her so much. It's just like, oh my God. I think it's just how she interacts with Tamika that I just don't really like. So she has a call with her mom. You can tell, I was just listening to it. I couldn't even watch it when I was listening to it. But you can tell that there is some type of detachment in the relationship because her mom was very dull, almost dead when she picked up the phone. But Gaucher was like, I would like to have you over so that we can talk, She agreed to it. So to skip forward a little bit, now she brings her mom over and also her aunt. Her aunt is a little bit more pleasant than her mom. It does. They kind of sound alike, her and Gaucher, but it's not like she was like hi or had an attitude. You could just tell that there's a lack of warmth in her towards Gaucher. Maybe she's totally different with someone else. But anyways, they start talking about Gaucher's abuse when she was molested, because I don't even know if I can say that word on here, but you know what I mean. She got abused. Gaucher's mom was like, well, when you were telling me back in the day, I understand you were hurt, but at the same time, you were not detailed and you were evasive. Well, whenever Gaucher actually said it, she ended up saying, like, when you were telling me that, I went into anger and I basically shut you down. She says that there's a lot of angry points in her life that she tries not to go to. She's even blocked them out of her mind. I said, okay. Gaucher talked about a time where, I guess this is after the molested part, where she wanted to stay with her dad instead of her mom. She didn't feel protected there. And she felt like whatever anger the mom had towards the dad, she put it all on Gaucher. Mom says that she blocked some things out of her mind. And even Gaucher starts talking about foster care. And the mom says, I don't remember. And me and Gaucher like, what? Like, Gaucher's in her confessional like, hey, I understand that you may block some things out, but how are you just going to block out about me being in foster care? So at this point, she excused the aunt and wanted to talk to her mom separately. Like, how do you forget that? We learned that in her mom's childhood, things were violent there. There was a lot of things inflicted on her. It looks like probably a repeat thing that has gone down from generation to generation where children are violated. That's what I'm picking up. Her mom didn't know how to handle it, and basically Gaucher's got to deal with whatever because her mom doesn't know how to properly care for someone in that position because she is still in that abused state. So her mom ended up saying, I don't really feel a connection like a mom and daughter connection. Gaucher was like, well, would counseling be a option for us? She said that she's open to it, but she wants to find someone of where she can really be vulnerable to let out a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff buried, a chest in that woman. And Gaucher basically has channeled whatever her mother has put on her to her children. It's going down the line. And now I'm understanding a little bit more as to what the dysfunction is between Gaucher and her children. Princess. I'm gonna try to get through this. Princess found out that her father has passed away. Someone called her to let her know, but then she was guilt-stricken because she did not call, or I guess she missed the time to call. It's hitting me because it's a personal thing, because when my dad, when he passed away in the hospital. What happened is that he was checking out of the hospital at the time, and that he was just waiting on his paperwork so he can sign in to go. While there, he was sitting with my brother, and all of a sudden, he was in cold blue. My brother said that he turned gray, and then they tried to save him, and he was gone. Me thinking that I still had more time with him, and I didn't. It sucks that I didn't get to say goodbye to him or to have a last conversation, because I think when I wanted to speak to him, or just thinking everything was okay because he was getting out of the hospital, I wish I would have contacted him. So I definitely understand what Princess was talking about. Her husband's there to comfort him. His sister is there, I think, or the best friend is there to comfort and all that. So rest in peace to the Princess's father. She said that they didn't have a great relationship when she was growing up. At some point in her life, she just decided, I don't care, come hell, high water, I'm going to have the best relationship with him. I guess when he got older, up in age, and that was that. So, You had some moments, and cherish that, princess. All right. Gosha, she's having a drag brunch. This is a charity type of event, a ticketed, a costed event, and it's mostly for. I just have. How can I say this? I have a thought. I'm going to share it in just a minute. But T.S. Madison is one of the guests. I guess she's going to be part of, well, a one-woman panel. Gosha is there also, but I guess there's going to be questions and all that. Tamika was a little bit late, but she showed up. She sat there, all that good stuff. She ate. And I guess some of the drag performers came out. Gosha gave everybody some dollars to put on the drag's, I guess, body or whatever. And Tamika was not into that. And Tamika gave her money to one of the girls. And then she said, no, I gave it to her. And I'm sorry, but Gosha, you are out of line. And it does feel like you are trying to force this woman. And I think it's more to call her out and to embarrass her. I really think you are doing that. Because you want to shame her for not being, for what you think is homophobic. I'm sorry. So Tamika at that point, she had to leave anyways. She said that her son's birthday party was starting and all that good stuff, and she had to leave. Gosha did not like that, and she ended up running out there to talk to Tamika. You can't stay, da-da-da-da-da. You're missing the best part. There was going to be some educational facts. And Tamika said, I am fine. I am well. I'm sorry. Look, being a part of the community, I don't know if you want some acceptance from Tamika or what, Gosha, but there's something there that's not good. And part of that is a bad representation of the community, no matter how you want to slice and dice it. Just like y'all don't like Jehovah's Witnesses and Christians coming at your door or coming wherever and trying to witness to you to save your souls. That's how dogmatic you were. But even to the point of trying to make this person look a certain way. That's a little bit too much, and I don't really like it, Gosha. I really don't like it. Crystal was supposed to be there, but she never showed up. She had to go handle a coat drive, but I don't think she ever came. T.S. was asking questions. There was this rumor about T.S. is not being able to get along with black women. And T.S. Madison said, false. I love women. Like, my first love is my mother. Da-da-da-da-da. There's this contention between a black woman and a transsexual. The cisgendered, who don't want to be called cis, some of y'all, feel like the transgender wants to take over and be a woman. Many know that they are not a natural woman. On the inside, how they want to express themselves by their gender is what they do. They feel more like a woman. Women may feel like a man. Trans man and trans women. But for some reason, there is this when it comes to transsexuals, especially trans women. And they're offended and so crazy. And instead of listening, those are the people, Gosha, you should be really running after. But whatever. They went on to start describing all the acronyms. The is it LGBT QIA plus. So LGBT is your sexuality. And the other acronyms, they deal with your identity. So, but anyways, they were describing stuff and didn't even know some of the what the acronym stood for. My overall opinion, Gosha, you only brought out one sector of people, and it was basically a fundraiser for trans people. I really think that trans people need a voice because they are being killed by the droves. Murdered. I may not supposed to be saying those words either. They've been unalived. And it's not because they were hiding their identity. Men know who they are and what they're all about, and they still will unalive them. Let's make that clear. I think Gosha, it wasn't, even if you were trying to educate her, you're only educating them on one part of the whole spectrum of the queer community, and that's not cool. And that's why I think what you're doing is very wrong and very harmful to people, and also embarrassing to our community. All right, so in the midst of Princess's father passing away, Princess said that she had this photo shoot and interview. I forgot which magazine it was supposed to be for. That she said that she was going to press on and do. Now, she did not come to Gaucher's event. That's going to come up later, because I don't know why she ended up saying that she did this photo shoot, because it comes back to bite her in the butt. But this is for a 15-year recognition. It's the 15th year anniversary of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. A lot of people would not give her credit. Now, what she did say, when she did all of her casting and interviewing and submitted tapes to Bravo, she at least had an entertainment lawyer that she'll always have a check. It's smart. Now, everybody kept thinking that Nene was the one that did this. No. Even in this moment, some of y'all know how I feel about Nene. I won't even disrespect her, but no, this was not Nene's idea. This wasn't even her house. Malaysia. Did she start it yet? Malaysia's hair show. Oh, she's still planning it. She's trying to get Gaucher to come out of retirement to help her with this hair show, but Gaucher is a stickler, and her boundaries is no. I'm a restaurant entrepreneur, and that's where I'm going to be at. I respect that, and I'm glad she doesn't have to dip back into something that she's no longer a part of. I like that. You know, some people, you got to double and dabble while you're still trying to get things together with the restaurant business. Let me see what I can do with this hair but she really let it go, and it's flourishing in her restaurants, and I think that's very good. All right, so Gaucher is bringing up all of these people and how that they're not really supporting her. Crystal not showing up, Tamika not really showing up, finding out that Princess was doing this photo shoot when her dad died. Malaysia was trying to give excuses, but she's like, I need to stop all that. I'll just keep on giving these folks excuses, and no, I'm not doing that no more. And Gaucher said, yeah, they need to just be accountable for what they're doing. I support people that I F with, and I do support all of these people, and I don't think that I'm getting in return. On that part, I think that is safe to say from a general basis. Your agenda against Tamika is not right, Gaucher, and I'll keep on saying it forever and ever. Later on, the other princess comes, and also, I think his name is Kenny. He shows up. They are getting a store together, and I guess he's investing or something, but hints of marriage and hints of partnership and all that was thrown out there by Princess. But Malaysia said in her confessional, I'm not putting any pressure on him, blah, 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 blah. I mean, she already said, this is your out. If you're going to be here, let's be here. Let's not shuck and jive, because I'm not getting divorced another time. All right, so Tamika's at home. She's planning for her fashion show, and she has Crystal come by. They had a rough patch, but now Crystal says, that's my Mika. I said, okay. I'm glad for that. I'm happy. I'm really happy for her. Tamika's fashion line is going to be Lady of Leisure. Athletic wear, just like She by Sheree, that's spiking up prices like she's a Kim Kardashian and acting like people are going to spend $400 on some sweatpants and then buy a hoodie that's sold separately. Like, you need to know your audience. But, I mean, She by Sheree hasn't closed down yet, so I guess somebody buying them. I am. Tamika invites Crystal, you want to walk in the show? And Crystal says, sure, and I won't even charge you. They start talking about different things that are going on in life. Crystal can't really talk about things, but there's some legal things going on. But she does say that co-parenting is going well between her and now her ex. Tamika talks about, co-parenting also with Usher. We just make sure that we stick mainly on the children, and that's just that on that. Tamika says that, she's nervous about this fashion launch because she hasn't been out there for a while. And also, black folks are very critical. They are critical. I mean, if you on social media, they are critical. But of course, you're behind a computer and you can say what you want, whether it's true or not, or you believe it or not. It's quite crazy. All right, so the hair show begins with Malaysia. some things are kind of falling over, but I think for the most part things are a success. But at the same time, Gosha is getting on Tamika about leaving early, and they stay button heads. And Gosha said, let me pull out my wallet. Let me pay you for me being on your mind so much. I said, go ahead, Tamika. Tamika is my favorite person on this show. Love Malaysia, love Princess. I don't dislike almost everybody, but you know, Tamika's my favorite. Malaysia does put together, let's have a gathering for a Princess, just to, you know, be a light during a time of her dad passing away. They get together. Tamika's late. Do they say something there too? Yeah, they're late, but I don't think anything happened during the thing. But they just encouraged her. Blah blah blah. Gosha has resigned to not say anything to Princess about how she feels. So Tamika's event happens. Her event planner did quit 5 days earlier. So Tamika's kind of in panic right now. She's trying to get things out, trying to make things work. It ain't coming together like she likes. But anyways, the show must go on. Because of how many units they're using of electricity, the power keeps going on and off. Crystal showed up late, but too late to be a model. Da 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 da. Later on, after the show, Gosha and Princess, they get into it, but Gosha calls her out, you know, about what she was doing with this Photoshop. You know, this was about me pushing forward. My dad would have wanted me to do this, and that's why I did that. Da 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 da. And Gosha just feels like it's kind of shady, you know, to do what you did. Da 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 da. They're going at it. The other ladies think that they're fighting, and Gosha said, well, why y'all think that we fighting? We're just having a conversation. And Tamika said, y'all are loud. And so I'm leaving. Princess said, now I gotta go apologize to her for making her mad about something again. So it kind of left on that note. They did do a cheers. I think that they mixed up some things with arranging how the filming was, Kingdom Reign, because they were already cheering Bold and Bougie during Princess's thing, and now over here they kind of left it open for Tamika walking off and thinking things are wrong or whatever. Obviously, they got a lot of work to do for season 2. I would like you guys' honest opinion. How do you guys like the show? I hear some reviewers, they don't really like it, but they did it just to do it. I was interested in the show from the beginning. I kind of want it to take a turn because I really want to know about these social circles within Atlanta. I'm hearing it's very cliquish. I want to hear about it. I know that's kind of more docu-series type stuff, but I want to hear what it actually takes to be a part of these groups. Are there any rival social groups? You know, something to that nature. I'd like a little bit more about that. You know, I know we got to get to know these ladies, and that's cool. But let me hear about it, you know. Mangetta is a main girl down there, you know. So let's hear about it. We know Candy's a main girl. Let's hear about that, you know. But that's all I do have. I did like the show, and of course I stayed committed, and I usually stay committed to Carlos King Productions or Kingdom Reign Productions. So I like it, but you guys let me know at what you would like to see, or if you did like it, or not. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video. Also, leave your comments below and subscribe to my channel. Until the next one, peace.